National Executive Board, members of the Regional Executives Committee here present, members of the General Assembly of NANGO, representative of the Ministry of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, NANGO Secretariat, invited partners and stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a humbling privilege to welcome you on behalf of the National Executive Committee to our belated 2022 Annual General Meeting on this 10th day of August 2023. Let me start by thanking you for attending this important AGM, which is the first we are holding as a breakfast meeting and the first to reincorporate the past ethos of NANGO, of recognizing the importance of involving all our strategic partners in key fora such as this AGM. This AGM also includes the official launch of our new strategic plan. Indeed, your attendance to this crucial AGM is testimony enough to your unwavering support for our cause. As some of you are aware, ladies and gentlemen, we postponed our AGM last year due to factors which were beyond our control. I'm glad that today we are gathered here to fulfill this requirement as per our Constitution. Let me once again express our sincere gratitude to all of you for placing your confidence in the committee's leadership following the elections held during the 14th of December 2021 elective annual general meeting. We completed our first year in office at the end of 2022, as we will report today. And as an executive committee, we remain committed to fulfilling our duties to the best of our abilities, supported by the membership and our esteemed stakeholders and partners. Thank you. The year 2022 started on a sad note for all of us, with the untimely death of our former executive director, the late Mr. Leonard Mandishara, a cadre who contributed immensely to the work of the association as the secretariat lead from 2017 to 16 February 2022, the day he was promoted to glory. Let us take a moment of silence to remember him. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. His visionary guidance and commitment to our mission were instrumental in shaping the organization's direction and fostering a strong sense of purpose among the team. His death came when we're just one full month after assuming office as the incoming National Executive Committee. The challenge was not easy, but by the grace of God, we managed to handle the transition with wisdom. 2022 was a tough year for all of us. We encountered multitude of challenges as an association, as well as our members in various respects. These challenges manifested in various forms, and it is the board's responsibility to address them with professionalism and effectiveness. The challenges presented higher expectations for the board to actively engage in identifying and solving these challenges, at the same time, developing sustainable strategies and solutions that empower members to navigate the obstacles and capitalize on available opportunities. Through fostering collaboration, promoting innovation, and upholding a commitment to excellency, the board holds firm confidence that members can successfully overcome these challenges, emerging stronger and more resilient than ever before. The civic space in Zimbabwe has undeniably experienced further contraction over the past year compared to the previous year, with an increase in existential threats and attacks on fundamental freedoms of expression, association, assembly, and information. Operating amidst uncertainty, our members have grappled with the passing of the Private Voluntary Organization PVO Amendment Bill at Parliament and awaiting its assent by the President of Zimbabwe. Should the bill sail through as enacted and as tabled for his signature, will pose serious existential threats to our members, especially trust and investors, in that they are at risk of deregistration. Throughout 2022, most organizations have encountered regulatory and registration challenges due to the inconsistent and non-standardized administrative and operational requirements requested from NGOs at the district level by local authorities. Local authorities are increasingly demanding Memorandum of Understanding, MOUs, and clearance letters, which adds to the burdensome and costly process of acquiring them. Another impediment to CSOs during operations during the year 2022 was the persistent decline in donor funding. Many organizations have been operating on meager budgets, despite the increased demand for socio-economic and human rights services from the general population. In the year 2022, the nation continues to grapple with socio-economic challenges, including drug and substance abuse, predominantly among youths, early child marriages, escalating gender-based violence cases, the adverse impact of climate change resulting in loss and damages, unsustainable national debt, increased poverty levels, and policy inconsistencies. Due to limited funding, members were unable to address all these challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to share some of the milestones registered in 2022, mainly due to the candid reflections, reviews, and intentional focus on why we exist despite various challenges we faced as a sector. With guidance from the members and stakeholders, some here present, our aspirations for the year 2022 were realized. Broadly, we celebrate our ability to convene and coordinate CSOs to lobby and influence the private voluntary organizations, PVO Amendment Bill, which remains a threat to existence of the association and its members. In response to the introduction of the PVO Amendment Bill, which poses an existential threat to many of our members, especially those currently registered as trusts and universities, NANGO facilitated a total of 9 engagement and awareness meetings targeting its members and key stakeholders. Of these meetings, 2 were virtually and 7 were physical. Cumulatively, 217 CSOs representatives have been reached through these meetings. These meetings served as platforms for unpacking of the bill, development of CSO's unified position, and development of strategies to push back and mitigate against potential impacts of the bill. The association also mobilized member organizations and community members to actively participate in the PVO Amendment Bill public hearings. To provide further clarity, NANGO developed a comprehensive scenario mapping report that outlined the potential impacts of the PVO Amendment Bill on various types of registered organizations. We continue to advocate for wider sector consultations in developing regulatory frameworks in the view to ensure CSO's enabling environment. Various regulators were engaged throughout 2022 to negotiate for enabling an operating environment for the members. The regulators engaged includes, among others, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the Ministry of Public Service, Labor and Social Welfare, and the National Task Force on Anti-Money Laundering and Countering of Terrorism Financing. At regional and international level, the bodies and pressure groups were engaged, and these include the Civicus, NPO Coalition on FATF, East and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group, and EU Global Facility on AML/CFT, Anti-Money Laundering. The association successfully convened the 12th edition of the NANGO Directors Summer Retreat after such a long time. This was held from October 27th to October 28th, 2022 at the Picture Square Montclair Hotel and Casino in Nyanga. A total of 98 CSO representatives, 13 private sector representatives, 10 partner representatives, and 4 other stakeholders representatives attended the retreat. Cumulatively, the event was attended by 135 participants. Under the theme, Reclaiming and Enabling CSO Operating Environment of Inclusive Sustainable Development in Zimbabwe, the retreat provided a platform for a platform for thought-provoking discussions and fruitful interactions. The sessions delved into critical topics, including the shrinking civic space and erosion of democratic values, the state of Zimbabwe's economy, the implications beyond the PVO Amendment Bill, and a donor roundtable, among other highly engaging subjects. The association continued to be a vehicle for CSO engagement with development partners across the country. NANGO recognizes the intrinsic value of partnerships to advance the work of CSOs across the country. Strong partnerships between civil society and various partners and agencies in the country have proven to be indispensable to boosting efforts to support national development aspirations. For the year 2022, a total of 8 developmental partner engagement forums were conducted at national and regional levels. Since the adoption of the 2030 Agenda in September 2015, there has been continued recognition of the role of civil society as a key stakeholder in ensuring that the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, are realized. NANGO has therefore continued to facilitate CSO participation in various country processes through representation of CSOs in various structures, monitoring, follow-up, and awareness building of member organizations on SDGs. The National People's Assembly was conducted with 30 CSO representatives during the 2022 Global Week of Action. A demand charter and a commitment pledge was developed and shared with relevant stakeholders. During the year under review, the association has implemented the Backup Health project to increase the influence and effective participation of CSOs in Healthy Cluster on Health Global Financing Mechanism. The ongoing project aims to bolster coordination and enhance the capacity of CSOs in influencing global financing mechanism, especially the Global Fund. Through the project, the association has engaged 75 member organizations drawn from all NANGO regions in the Health Thematic Cluster as implementing partners. These partners are currently monitoring and tracking the impact of Global Fund, GF, support in Zimbabwe using a standardized community-based monitoring model developed through the project. This has been our members' desire for a long time, and we are fulfilling it now. Our capacity building initiatives continue to empower our members and implementing partners to be more ready to fulfill their obligations and build their resilience. The association took significant steps to enhance the capacity of its members by organizing a series of online capacity building webinars focused on monitoring and evaluation and managing donor relations. This initiative was undertaken in collaboration with Intellectus Campus, a renowned training institution in the academic field. The decision to organize these sessions was based on the valuable feedback received from the association's membership's satisfaction survey. And I would like to thank all the members who participated in this survey, by the way. Recognizing the importance of strengthening skills in key areas, the Secretariat worked closely with Intellectus Campus to design capacity building initiatives that catered to the specific needs of the members. The training sessions primarily focused on 3 essential aspects: monitoring and evaluation, data management, and effective management with donors. A total of 97 CSO representatives benefited from the series of capacity building sessions conducted with representation from all the NANGO regions. The webinars provided a valuable platform for members to expand their knowledge and gain practical insights into monitoring and evaluation practices, efficient data management techniques, and strategies to foster positive relationships with donors. In the year 2022, the organization took an inclusive approach to involve its members in the development of the new strategic plan for the period 2023 to 2025. A consultant was engaged to provide technical assistance in the development of the new strategic plan. To gather valuable insights and input, a questionnaire was shared with members through email and WhatsApp platforms for their completion. The inputs from members, partners, and stakeholders were invaluable, and it greatly contributed to the development of a robust and forward-thinking strategic plan that aligns with NANGO's mission and vision. This will be launched later in this forum. We are grateful for the consultant for the work done. The Kadoma Lane project is progressing well. In 2022, we finalized and signed the Memorandum of Agreement with Kadoma City Council. Some of the board members have managed to attend the site visit together with the engineers engaged to assist in the planning for developing the land. We have engaged one interested partner so far, and the discussions are ongoing for the construction of the NGO Center as our priority structure to be built. Ladies and gentlemen, I may go on and on, yet time is scarce. Let me encourage all of you to go through our 2022 annual report as a primer for anyone that seeks to understand and appreciate the work we have done in 2022. Looking ahead, we envision a future of NANGO that is even more capable of serving its key stakeholders in the forthcoming years. By fostering a culture of collaboration and nurturing strong partnerships, we can only amplify our collective impact and effectively address the evolving needs and aspirations of our communities. Together, we can build a resilient and inclusive civic society that empowers individuals, promotes social justice, and drives inclusive, sustainable development in Zimbabwe. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, may I express my sincere gratitude to the executive committees, both national and regional, the Secretariat, led by our able director, Mr. Ernest Nyimai, and entire NANGO membership for the sterling support, commitment, and dedication shown throughout 2023. I wish to thank all NANGO technical and funding partners for your unwavering support towards the success of our interventions throughout 2022. Without you, we wouldn't have made it. Allow me to mention some of our 2022 partners, of whom some are present here today. An impressive sign of your great support: European Union in Zimbabwe, UNDP, GIZ, F&F, CEAA, GCAP, GCAP, Action Aid, Accountability Lab, and Oxfam. The private sector has in 2022 also contributed significantly, and these were First Mutual, Mukuru, Doves, Access Forests, NMB Bank, Fidelity Life Assurance, Crow, and Dande Mutande, among others that I may have missed, but hold dear and equally value them. It will be a misnomer to leave out the Ministry of Public Service, Labor and Social Welfare, to whom we as NANGO are answerable. The Ministry of Local Government, who affords us the places of operation, and the government of Zimbabwe through different line ministries for allowing us to partner them in the national development agenda. We are truly grateful and indebted. We look forward to your continued support and partnership during the year 2023. To God alone be all the glory, as He has taken us this far. We say, Ebenezer. Thank you. Siyabonga, Tatenda, Zikomo Kwambiri. Dankeschön.